Hello, it's the F Nerd Show, and we're still on the vampire train. We gotta talk about it, because if we don't, we're gonna die by the blood-sucking vampires. You know, the ones that take all your money and hope and will to live, those guys. So let's beat them by watching vampire movies and learning how they move. This is Midnight Mass by Mike Flanagan. A trailer, and then I'll talk about it.
I walked across an empty land. I knew the pathway like the back of my hand.
Welcome home, honey, where you belong.
Is this the place we used to love? Is this the place that I've been dreaming of?
I know you struggled with what happened.
That's what I did.
Yes, with what you did. But help is here.
Have you gone?
Good morning. I know I'm not who you expected to see. Just know I'm only here to help, and I look forward to meeting you all.
Tell me when you're gonna let me in.
I'm a pretty rational guy.
Something's happening here.
Gonna let me in.
We are living in a miraculous time.
Gonna let me in. Gonna let me in.
I think I'm crazy. I mean, what's a little crazy between friends, right?
Come on.
What are you doing?
Come on.
What is wrong with you? Stop it.
It's not funny.
Open your minds. Open your hearts.
I want you to run.
I am so glad that you'll be with us for what comes next.
I got goosies. I don't know. I'm trying to show them. I really wish they pick up. I hope you can see. I love Midnight Mass so much, and the reason is because it. So I usually say what makes a great vampire story is if it's about sexuality or class. That's the two things I usually say. And while I do think there is a class aspect to this, this doesn't involve those two things. This is actually a very different vampire story. It deals with religion and alcoholism. And what I love the most about it, it kind of ties the two in a very meaningful way. I'm going to cry thinking about it. What I love about this show is the attention to the characters. What I love about Mike Flanagan is he really makes you love and respect a lot of the characters from a various different backgrounds. And there are conversations in the show that are so interesting about life, death, faith, addiction, what it means, like what happens when you die. It's such a great conversation between two characters just telling each other what they think happens when they die. And both, while from different points of view, are extremely beautiful. And I think that's a point to it. Like, it's like it tries to romanticize the idea of even if you aren't religious, everyone wants there to be a peace when you die. Something, some sort of calm when you die. And I think that is just so beautiful, this show. There's other things. So I hate that I had to do this because I kind of spoiled what to me was one of the bigger mysteries of the show is what was this monster? Mike Flanagan had done two other shows with Haunting of Hill House and The Haunting of Bly Manor, that were very ghost focused. In the beginning of Midnight Mass, it kind of trick you into thinking it's ghost focused again, but it's not. It's actually it's vampires. And what I love about Mike Flanagan also is, yes, he gives you the character stuff, yes, he gives you the drama, yes, he gives you the meaning, and it makes you sad, makes you want to cry. But then he's like, okay, you had your vegetables, now let's get to the effing fun stuff, the cool vampire murder, the, like, just vampires killing people, and then people killing the vampires, people having awesome moments. So it follows this very, very small, kind of like village town that's basically completely secluded from the mainland of society. Like they live on a little island or a peninsula or something, I don't know. And they are super religious. They are mainly Catholic. And it's literally like a town of like maybe 50 people or 100 people. Like it's a lot-ish, but it's not a lot. It's like not that many people. It's very small. And they're all mostly Catholic. Like most of the people go to the church, and if they don't go to church, they should, because something happens if they don't. I love that it's called Midnight Mass, because at a certain point they have to have masses at midnight for some reason. That's all I'm gonna say about that. I think also, so like there's aspects of addiction. So what I love is, obviously vampires, they love the blood. They're addicted to the blood. But it also takes a look at like the addiction of substances like alcohol or blood, but also the addiction of feeling higher or better than somebody else. The addiction of religion, like the addiction of some religion to an extent. Like you have so much of, like you know, reading it can't be enough. Like just waiting to die so you go to heaven can't be enough. You need to exercise God's will now, and in a way that technically might actually put others down and also disrespects their cultures and their ways of being and thinking. There's a sheriff in the town who is a Muslim, and there's a very interesting aspect in the show about him and his son, and he wants to, like, you know, teach his son his culture and teach his son how to pray like a Muslim. But then slowly the church and everybody around on the town sort of indoctrinates his son into the Catholic Church, and what happens is terrifying. The entire last episode or last two episodes are horrifically terrifying. Like there's like a scene basically where everybody does like a candlelight vigil from one end of the town all the way to the church, leading all the way to the church. And it's like 5 full minutes of them just singing and walking. And the closer they get, the more haunted you feel. I love this show. I love Midnight Mass. This is a show, like, I think a lot of people who are, like, how do I say this? I think a lot of people need to watch it, whether you're religious or not. But if you are religious and you might be a little, if you feel like, you might not, you'll never feel like you're lost in the sauce if you are lost in the sauce. But if you are curious to see, if you want to hate on it, just if you want to watch it, if you're religious and you want to watch this show just to tell me how it's so bashful against your religion, I'd rather you do that too. I want you to watch the show just to see. I want, you know, sometimes I just want ideas to wash over people. Maybe it'll get to them, maybe it won't. Just see. And that's it. Like, comment, subscribe, goodbye. And watch my videos. Please. The end.
Don't you want me to suck that blood, baby? I want to suck it. I want to suck the blood. I want to suck the blood.